As I approach my 1 year mark of doing these training videos, I can't help but reflect on past experiences and also just what this year has given to me. And I like to appreciate that I have a chance to better myself, to become stronger or to have more endurance. Um, coming from a good place that I'm glad I'm able to do this, and it brings me a lot of joy to progress in being more active, being stronger. And one thing I will always promote is having the longevity of doing this. I want to be able to do this for as long as I can. I want to be able to run, work out, um, just be able to have a life that there's no complications with my body. And I think that's what pushes me to do this, because I want to live a life that is sustainable, something that can give me balance but also challenge me in many different ways. This week I really try to amp up the volume of all my lifts to really get back to the strength that I was at before. I used to be able to do 5 sets of 5 reps of 275, and nowadays I find it a little more difficult to reach that point. Another thing that I like to do while I'm at the gym is do a lot of accessory work. Now that I have more resources available to me compared to the home gym, the commercial gym offers a lot more variety when it comes to working out other body parts, and I definitely utilize that to the fullest. I almost think that doing accessory work will help with the longevity of your muscles, and I also think that indirectly it will improve other facets of my training regimen. I honestly think that it helps me with my control on my bench, my deadlift, and also my squat. Yeah, last week I really talked about motion and kind of like the range of each movement. So uh, I really think as I'm deadlifting, I like to pull slowly and also pull with the full range of motion to really get the full stretch of each body part. Same with the squats. I mean, I really think that getting to the very bottom that your body can physically get to, I think that's more important than the actual weight itself. Sure, the the amount of weight is impressive to be lifting, but if the form lacks, then how impressive is this 3-4 plate squat? I do think that the reason why I have increased my repetitions over the amount of weight is just due to fatigue, muscle fatigue. I find that heavier weights fatigue my muscle a lot, and the performance of my running kind of falters with the more weight that I'm able to move. And just trying to find the right balance will really help me be sustainable with running and working out. So I'm really working up in weight, but with an emphasis on form. Really need to make sure that my body is responding well to running and also working out. Just I split up my 315 here into three separate sections because my hands were just slipping from the bar, but I still wanted to finish out the set. I had to squat on the end of my workout week or record it because my other leg day there just was not an open squat rack for me to do my exercises. I had to resort to other machines, the leg press. There's a hack squat, and also did a few Bulgarian split squats in replacement for the squat, just because I didn't have that rack available during that day. So it's not a excuse or anything. It's just I found a different means for working out my legs. It's not that I don't need to follow a strict schedule. I think as long as the body is moving, the muscles are getting some sort of fatigue, I think that helps with the muscle building process. So I definitely am incorporating the higher reps on the squats nowadays, just to get the motions in, because I feel that in the past few weeks I've been skipping these reps, and I've been really pushing for heavier weights, and I tend to do less reps of them when I take too big of a jump. Yeah, I think everyone is different in a sense because everyone has their own idea of what hard work is, or idea of uh, how much I should push myself. And I think it's kind of a cool thing that you can you can go to the gym, you can go for a bike ride, for a run, for a swim, and you can gauge how much work output you can do to your body before feeling fatigue. And finding that balance of, yeah, maybe I shouldn't push myself too hard today because yesterday I went a little too hard, and just adjusting from there. And I think that's the beautiful thing, is that everyone has the same goals to get better, but the process, the way that we get to that is completely different, and that's okay. I do think that people who create workout plans come from a good place. Just because that workout plan you purchased did not work out for you doesn't mean it was a failure. Um, the workout plan was created to benefit others, but with the mind of the author. The author builds out this foundation of what works for the person, not necessarily for the general public. But if you could learn one thing from from a workout plan, from a book, from any source of media, I think that's a win in my book. I take everything that I experience as a stepping stone, as a tool to craft myself into someone better, someone physically better, someone mentally better, someone who can learn to adapt and change and learn more about myself than I ever could. And this whole journey has really taught me a lot about myself, and things that I want to accomplish. I don't think any dream is big enough to ever accomplish. And I think if you have the right steps, if you have the right foundation, the action plan, I think anything is possible to achieve. This week, I was lagging my 20-mile run and ended up doing it on a Sunday, which wasn't too bad. The weather was definitely pretty good for the condition. I did the same route that I normally do outside because I'm familiar with all the areas of where I can stop. If I need to take a break, if I need to refuel, and I actually didn't do too bad of a run. My average pace ended up being 8:53, which is a little bit slower than the goal of 8:45, but definitely was faster than the 9-minute mile. Conditions were really good. I had a lot of shade most of the time. Ended up finishing the 20-mile in about 3 hours. Had a lot of breaks, and and didn't feel as bad as the 18 miler where my body felt cramped towards the end. So this 20 miler was definitely needed to progress in my training regimen. Next week will feature my half marathon, which is coming up and will be part of my long run next weekend. So I'm looking forward to that to help me prepare for the LA Marathon. That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.